Hi everyone, and welcome to video 1 of our Weaving 101 unit. In this video we'll be discussing terms to know, and the terms we'll be using throughout the next 3 videos. So let's get started. So what is weaving? Weaving is a craft where fiber strands are interlocked to make cloth or other objects, such as the baskets you see behind me or the cloth in the top right-hand corner. Now, fiber can be grass, it can be yarn, it can be fabric, it can be cotton, wool, etc. It's any type of material that is fairly flexible and maneuverable to be tied or woven together. Now, in this lesson, or in this unit, you'll be hearing the words textile and fiber art. But what does that mean? What do they mean? Aren't they not the same thing? We're going to really quickly discuss that. So textile, what we're going to be starting off with is a textile. We're going to be creating a textile on our loom, and it's just another name for cloth or woven fabric like those in the picture below. Well, fiber art is artwork that is made primarily of fiber, like fabric or yarn. As you see in the example of the yarn bowls below. Our textile that we make on our loom can be later turned into things like a cell phone sleeve or a tablet sleeve, becoming fiber art, but it will start off as a textile. So how exactly do you go about making a textile or woven cloth? We use a tool known as a loom, and it can be a large or fairly small apparatus like the one we'll be using in class. And a loom, like this picture shown in here, has been used all the way back to ancient history. We know this due to the artwork left behind by like ancient Greeks. We see in this picture found on an ancient clay pot from Greece, 2 workers, weavers, working and pushing through what is known as a shuttle to help expedite the weaving process on their loom. We see an example here of an etching from the 1700s of a loom in a factory. Now these factories were very large, and the looms inside them were just as big, manned by dozens of people, but only producing 1, maybe 2 products a day. Not very productive, not very, very fast process at all. It's pretty slow actually. And then we see the looms that we have in factories today. These looms are not man-powered, but rather machine-powered, and can produce up to thousands of textiles, from fabric that you would use for clothing to rugs and blankets and other items such as other household items like that. Then we have what is known as a crafting loom. Something circular, this you might have seen in the craft stores. We have a few in the classroom. These produce something like infinity scarves or little tube socks, things of that nature. And oops, wrong way. Then we have our cardboard looms that we'll be using and learning how to make in video 2 for our project. Now the parts of the loom. There are 4 parts for this lesson I want you to pay attention to. One is the actual loom itself. That is going to be made of cardboard. It is a frame, something that's holding our textile together before it's finished. On this loom, we create something known as warp lines. They are long vertical lines. We see what's left of them right here at the bottom, these small little black vertical lines at the bottom and top. These are our warp lines. Again, they are what are holding what are known as our weft lines, or our patterned designs, onto the loom. They're helping to secure and hold together our pattern. And last but not least, for our particular looms, we need to make note of where the stop lines are. Now for our looms, our stop lines let us know where we cannot cut past. Okay, so right here we see it along the bottom right there and the top. And those stop lines, again, just let us know where we cannot cut past without risking or running the risk of hurting or destroying our textile. Other items you might see in weaving but aren't really necessary for our project are something known as a shuttle, and that's just to help you weave through. We saw it on the Greek pot. A yarn needle, again, something to help you possibly quicken the weaving process, or a comb/fork, and that's so you can push together the weft lines, sealing in, closing off your weaving design, textile design. Now, materials for this project. You're going to need cardboard. I have cardboard cut for everyone in the class. There's going to be yarn, assorted colors and lengths, scissors, a pencil, marker, optional. That one, you'll see me use a marker in video 2, and a ruler. Now, before we close off this video, I just want to go over some real quick procedures for working with yarn and the looms within the classroom. Please, 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 I cannot reiterate this enough. I know you've heard it throughout the whole year. Make sure your name is on the back of your loom, okay? We're going to have about 100 looms in here by the end of the week, and they're all going to look pretty similar. So please, if you want to know which one's yours and make sure you are always working with the right one, write your name on the back. To further help this process of passing out the materials and cleanup, please make sure you put your labeled loom in the correct class bin. Okay, that way it can be quickly distributed and we can get right to work as soon as you come in class. Okay, last but not least, it has to do with the extra or scrap yarn, that is where to store it. So we don't leave a mess on the floor and we're not just all slipping on the yarn on our floor. We need to actually wrap the yarn around our fingers, leaving a little bit of a tail, and then slide it off. That tail gets wrapped around the center a few times, creating a little bundle of yarn. All the yarn will be passed out in little bundles like this. Please put your scrap yarn in the scrap yarn bin at the front of the room. Okay, I think that's actually everything for this video. So guys, I'm excited for this unit. I really think you guys will have a lot of fun with it. It's one of my favorite units to teach. So good luck, and remember those terms. Make sure to write them down on your worksheet. Bye.